Hey guys, so in this video I'll be showing you the step-by-step process I did to turn this blonde full lace wig into this beautiful color, which is a purple to pink ombre with light ends and a shadow root. Then I'll go over the styling that I did to make it look a little bit more natural, but more importantly, to make it look a little bit more gorgeous. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is another human hair wig from VPFashion, who is sponsoring this video. This wig is a full lace human hair wig in the color 613A, the texture silky straight, with a length of 16 inches. Before we begin, I wanted to explain the difference between full lace and lace front wigs. Full lace means the entire wig is lace, instead of just the front. If we look at my lace front I got this summer, you can see the front and crown is made of lace, but the back is made of wefts, hence the name lace front. So while the full lace has the combs, the elastic, and stretch net in the back of the wig, it's different from a lace front. Full lace wigs are more versatile and better for styling, since there's no wefts that can show through like on a lace front wig. While lace fronts are directly listed on the VPFashion website, you can request to get a full lace wig instead through customization. So here are some initial before shots of the wig. This is how it looked on me straight out of the box. No styling has been done to it, as you can likely tell, and it's ready for the first step, which is washing. I didn't film it since it's in my previous wig dyeing video, but the only thing I changed this time was I just washed it with this shampoo from Bedhead, so no shimmer lights and no conditioner. Then I let it air dry, and this is how it looks ready to be dyed. The next step is to get the dye ready. I'm using 4 colors from Lunar Tides that I got from Attitude Holland. I mixed 2 of the shades myself, starting with the shadow root that I made with a bit of the black and a lot of the purple. Then I created an additional transition shade in between the fuchsia and the light pink, using those 2 colors mixed together. So now that I have all of my colors mixed and my ombre mapped out, it's time to dye. I don't have too much to say about the dyeing itself, so I'll check back in once it's done.
See them 3 times a year. I'm not going to get the children back. I hit like a 3 times a year. I can see them 3 times a year. I'm not going to get the children back.
So now all of the colors are on, the dyeing is done, so I clipped all of the sections up, wrapped it in plastic, and left it to process overnight for about 12 hours. Next, I carefully unwrapped everything and took all of the sections down. So far, the color is looking good, which is promising since the next step is to wash all of the dye out. Again, I didn't film this step of washing the wig, but I used this Color Extend shampoo from Redken along with a generous amount of this After Color Sealer from Ion. So this is how everything is looking after washing, and before letting it air dry, I applied a couple pumps of this Argan Oil hair oil from Hask. It can be helpful to use a hair oil on wigs since they don't have the benefit of the natural oils that our scalp produces, but be careful not to use too much or else it gets too oily. So this is the final result of the color, and I must admit that I am in love with how this turned out. It looks different in different lighting, but my favorite was in sunlight. There's so many different shades of pink and purples in here, and I just couldn't stop staring at this wig, especially in sunlight, like I said. Unfortunately, my camera really does not do justice to this color, which is why I included so many clips of it here because I really wanted to try to get as accurate as possible, but still, in real life, this looks even better. So this is the first time that I wore the wig after dyeing it. It was so fun to have such vibrant hair again, but let's not get distracted because we have a lot of work to do. First up is cutting the lace, but here is where I noticed a mistake that I made. These two bits didn't get dyed because they're attached underneath the lace and I didn't know to lift it up to put the dye on. So that was definitely my bad, and I'll fix it with dye later, but for now I have a temporary fix that you guys will see in a bit. But back to cutting the lace, I'm getting close to the hairline, but not all the way, being careful not to cut any of the hairs off. So here's how it looks without the lace, and next I'll be defining the parts, and so these can be our before shots. So for this step, I just took my tweezers and I plucked each individual hair where I wanted my part to be. Doing this removes the density from the part and makes the wig look more natural. On top of that, it also gets rid of that purple tint that ended up in the part that was due to the knots getting dyed in addition to the roots. So here is the final result both on the mannequin head and on mine. Looking good so far. But we're not done plucking yet because we need to work on the hairline. So here is a before shot of the front hairline of the wig and the density of the hair. So this next step of thinning the hairline is done since naturally our hair isn't as dense along the hairline as it is as the rest of our head. The amount of hair gradually increases as you move back towards the head, so to reflect that, you thin out the very front section more and then behind it a little bit less, just being careful not to thin out any one section too much or else you might end up with bald spots. And so since this was my first time thinning out the hairline on a wig, I decided to play it safe and not do it too much. Also because I do like having a ton of volume and I don't mind having slightly unnatural looking hair, as you guys maybe know. So I just wanted to soften it up a little bit as opposed to really thin it out. And so here's the final result. While there isn't a huge noticeable change, I could definitely feel a difference. Next up is styling. So first I'm prepping the wig with this 5-in-1 leave-in spray from Hask. I bought this specifically with the wig in mind, not just because it's a heat protectant spray, but because it will control frizz, add some shine, and moisturize and condition the hair as well. Next, I'm going to style the hair, and while I usually straighten my wigs, this time I decided to curl it. The colors inspired me to go for something a little bit more romantic, and I actually got so inspired that I'll be doing a whole other video on hairstyles for Valentine's Day, so keep an eye out for that one, coming soon. But for this video, I'm just going to do these simple curls that I would then spray down with this hairspray from Clairol to keep everything secure but not too weighed down. This was actually my first time curling hair in, wow, maybe like 4 years or something. You can actually see the last time I curled hair on my channel. It was my sister's hair for like a curler wand set. I'll link it in the description, but I'll also link in the description the tutorial that I followed to teach myself how to do this. And so I will have that in the description if you want to know what I'm doing here, because I can't really explain it to you. And so here it is, all curled. I was admittedly very proud of this. I wasn't sure how it's going to turn out, but I am in love with these curls. They really show off the dimension of the pink and the purple so well. Really glad I decided to curl it, and I'm just overall really happy with how it turned out at this stage. But we are not done yet. We still have a few steps to go, and next up is adding some finishing touches to the part. So here I'm adding my foundation to make the lace look more like my scalp and to make the wig look more like my real hair. This can be done on either side of the lace, but I prefer to work directly on the part. Next, I'm using a black eyeshadow to touch up the roots. I'm also using it on the 2 spots that I missed while dyeing, that we saw earlier. This is a temporary fix, like I said, just until I can find time to dye those sections. It's not perfect, but it's good for now. Next, the almost final step is to spray the part with Got To Be Free spray to lock in the product that we just used. So here's how all of that turned out, the after shots for those last steps. And so finally, the very, very last step, I swear we're done. After this, I just have to separate out these curls, give it a little bit more bounce, a little bit more dimension, not have those classic romantic curls. I want something a little bit more fun, a little bit more playful. Then just one last shot of hairspray to smooth everything down, get it all nice and neat, and we are done. The final product here next to the original curls that got a little bit messy, as you can tell from a photo shoot that I did. Check my Instagram if you want to see it. So that concludes this wig dyeing and styling video. I hope you liked seeing the entire process I did to dye and style this wig. As you guys know, I'm not an expert and it's not perfect, but I had so much fun making this video and doing such vibrant hair colors again. So a big thank you goes to VPFashion for giving me the chance to do so and for sponsoring this video. And of course, to you guys, thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for my next video with this wig, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!